Hello everyone, it's Abby and welcome back to Yoga by Abby. Today I have a flexibility class to you as it's been requested quite a bit. So this one is about a 30-minute flow. It's not a vinyasa flow. There's going to be no chaturangas, so not really any strength building. It's truly just stretching everything from head to toe. So this is a really good class if you want to repeat this every single day. I promise you within a couple weeks or a month or so, you would start to see really great results and improvements in your flexibility. So this is an awesome one and I hope you enjoy it. We'll go ahead and get started. Before we do, I do have a playlist for this class, so it'll be linked below and you can go ahead and hit play on that right now. So I'll just be starting mine here and we'll go ahead and get started. So we'll start in a cross-legged seat today. Sit up really tall. Feel that nice grounding of your sit bones through the earth as you pull up through your spine towards the ceiling. Imagine you're pushing air away with the top of your head as you sit up tall. From here, bring your hands down to your lap and close down your eyes. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Soften your face. And notice how even in a pose like this, your core is still activated with that slight tuck of the tailbone. You've still got that solid foundation as you ground deeper into the surface. Let's take another full round of breath. Our longest breath so far today. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it all out the mouth. And as we go throughout class today, see if you can keep that deep breath going, but try to seal off your lips, keeping it directed in and out through your nose to help soften any tight spaces. Beautiful. Slowly open up your eyes. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Wiggle out the fingertips, waking everything up. Exhale, place your left hand to your right thigh, your right hand back behind you. Inhale to find length in your spine. Exhale, send your gaze back behind your right shoulder. Take that twist deeper through your spine. Nice work. Inhale, reach back through center, wiggle out the fingertips. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand back behind you. Take a full breath in here, sit really tall. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, send your gaze over your left shoulder, plug your belly in. Inhale, reach back through center. Exhale, place your hands down. Take your hands down in front of you, onto your hands and knees into a tabletop position. Take your time getting there. Untuck your toes to relax the tops of your feet. We'll go through a few simple cat and cows. Inhale, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, send your gaze up high. Exhale, plug your belly in towards your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest as you tuck your tailbone. Nice work, another round like that. Inhale, drop your belly, send your gaze up high. Exhale, plug your belly in towards your spine as you drop your head heavy. Then keep this movement going at your own pace. Take it nice and slow to really warm up the spine. It doesn't matter what you look like here, it's more important how it feels in your body. So find that nice wave and that nice link between your breath and your movement. You're welcome to stay in this vertical motion or maybe start to sway your hips a little side to side. If you hear any pops, that's okay. Maybe draw out some hip circles. Really play around with it. You could draw a figure eight with the hips. or even roll out your torso like a barrel, going in both directions. Really play around with what feels right in your body. If you're feeling especially tight today, that's okay. Just honor that feeling and focus on your breath. Nice work. Come to stillness. Find a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward about 1 handprint away. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and send your hips up high to your first downward facing dog. Nice work. Send your gaze towards your toes. Walk your feet back slightly to widen out your stance as you claw through your fingertips. Keeping your feet at about hip width apart, start to pedal out the legs. Stretching and bending one knee and then the other to find that nice opening in the backs of the thighs. Just really waking everything up here. Allow your hips to sway side to side. Feel that opening. Find a little bit more length in your spine as you knit your ribs in and shoot your hips towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Come to stillness. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, reach your right leg up high. It doesn't matter how high, I promise with time you'll get deeper. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. So finding a little bit of a twist here. Keep your chest and shoulders squared to the mat, but let your hip open out to the side. Keeping that knee bent, start to roll out the ankles. Wiggle out the toes. Nice work. Inhale, extend it back up high. Exhale, place it back down, and we'll switch sides. Inhale, reach your left leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. You're welcome to keep your right heel lifted and your right knee bent if you're feeling a little bit tight today. And I promise that with time, you'll be able to sink a little bit deeper and find a more straight line. Take those ankle circles, wiggle out the toes. Keep your shoulders squared to the mat as you find that twist. Nice work. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, place it back down. Inhale, gaze forward, step to the top of your mat. Take your time getting there. Exhale, fold against your thighs, keeping a generous bend in the knees. Inhale, slide your hands up your shins or thighs. Find a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward completely. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Maybe start to sway a little side to side. The deeper the bend in your knees here, the more you can let go in your lower back. If you're feeling you have any lower back pain, it's probably because your hamstrings need a little bit more love and loosening, which we'll get into a little bit later. So allow yourself to find that bend. Sway a few more times. You've got it. Slowly release the hands. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, rise up all the way up to stand. Exhale, place your palms together at your heart. Ground through your feet. Find that nice spread through your toes. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and lean over to the right. Ground through your feet as you reach. Find that nice side stretch as you keep your chest spiraling open towards the ceiling. One more full breath in and out. Nice work. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, left hand to right wrist. Lean up and over to that left side. So notice if your chest is caving in and you're going forwards. See if you can spiral it back and send your gaze up high. Really ground through that right foot especially. One more full cycle of breath. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, place your hands on your lower back. Step to about hip width apart with your feet if you're not there already. Inhale, roll your shoulders back. Press your hips forward as you send your gaze up high, finding a soft back bend. Exhale, rise and slide your hands down your thighs as you fold forward. From your fold, straighten out your left leg and give a deep, generous bend to your right knee. So you can hold on to blocks here if you need that extra support. But from here, plant your right palm down on the mat and reach your left hand up high. So we're getting that nice stretch in our left leg. Notice if you might be leaning your weight back. See if you can shift forward slightly. Allow the ball of your foot to hold a little bit more of your weight than the heel as you find that stretch. Wiggle out the fingertips, one more full breath in. Exhale, place it back down and we'll switch sides. Bend your left knee generously, straighten out the right leg. Plant your left palm to the mat. Inhale, reach your right arm up high. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. You still want to have just a tiny micro bend in that right knee just so you don't lock out the joints. One more full breath in. Exhale, release your right hand back down. Nice work. Plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. Take your time getting there. Pedal out the legs a little left and right. Come to stillness, bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, reach your right leg up high. Exhale, bend your knee towards your nose and step your foot through between your hands. Then lower your back knee down and untuck the toes. Coming into a low lunge here, come to notice your alignment. You really want to protect your joints, especially when working on flexibility, but always in yoga. So making sure your knee is directly in a straight line over your ankle. This is what you don't want to do. You don't want your knee to be coming forward past your toes. That's super bad for your knee. So walk your toes forward so that your knee comes directly in line with the ankle. Find that a little bit of an activation in the pelvic floor so you're not sinking down. You want a little bit of a lift. Nice work. You're welcome to hold on to the mat here or hold on to some blocks if you've got them. You can place one on each side. It'll help find a little bit more support as you open up the chest. Take a full breath in. Exhale, slide your blocks back with you as you bend your back knee and straighten out your front leg as you flex your right toes towards your face. Ooh, you really feel that one. Inhale, roll back forward, low lunge. Exhale, shift back into that half split, flex your right foot towards your face. Inhale, roll forward, low lunge. One more time. Exhale, shift back, half split. We'll hold it here for a few breaths. Now, this is one of those stretches that feels really just painful, ouchy, not a fan favorite, but at the same time, it's really good if you want to get your splits and find more leg flexibility. So the more you work on this one, the more you'll find that opening in the legs for you to do those more difficult poses. What's really important here is keeping your hips squared by pulling your right hip back slightly and your left hip forward. So you'll start to feel that stretch a little bit deeper, especially as you keep your foot flexed towards your face. You can continue to hold on to your blocks. You can even turn them on their highest point if that feels right for you. And with time, taking it slow and steady, the more you practice this pose, the more you'll be able to lean forward. And then you can maybe rest your forearms on your block or even bring your hands down to the mat. The most important thing here is keeping that foot flexed, squaring off the hip throughout it all. I know we've been holding it for a long time and you're like, Abby, when is this gonna stop? But we're almost there, it's okay. They say that when you hold the pose for 90 seconds or more, that's when you really start to see those results and benefits. Square off the hips, send your breath to any areas that feel tight. Imagine that it's physically traveling there to help loosen up your muscles. Nice work. Inhale, roll forward, low lunge. On your exhale, heel toe your right foot to the outer edge of the mat all the way out there. And then come to rest on your blocks on the inside of your right thigh or come down onto your forearms. You can place your forearms on your block or down on the mat if you've got more of an opening in the hips. You can take it easy and start with one option, and then as you start to feel it loosening a bit more throughout the pose, you can take it down a bit further once you feel like you've warmed up to it. Always with stretching, you don't want to just jump right into a huge deep stretch. You want to ease your way into it. That's why warm-ups are so important, so you don't tear anything, you don't pull a muscle or hurt a joint in any way. It's the safest policy here. Sink a little bit deeper into that lizard pose. Option to come down onto your forearms on the mat if you haven't already. Maybe sway the hips a little side to side. Option to roll your right foot onto the outer edge to press that knee open a little bit further. Allow your left hip to drop heavy to the mat here. Nice work. Pull it back in, keeping your hands on the inside of that right thigh. Place your left hand either into the mat or into your block. From here, twist your right arm open to the right as you send it back behind you. You can stay right here if this feels right for you and maybe you're new to this upcoming pose. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, bend your left knee and grab hold of the top of your left foot or ankle with your right hand. Keep a soft bend in your left elbow. A little bit of height and lift in your pelvic floor here as you twist open through your spine. Plug your belly in towards your spine. If you're feeling tight, that's okay. And if you can't quite grab your toes, that's also okay. You can keep it hovering and just try to aim for it, and with time you'll get there. You can also use a strap here as well, which I don't have with me today. You can also use a tie, like a men's tie. If you don't have a strap, you can place it around the ankle and pull it towards you for that little bit of pressure, and you'll feel it in your quad. One more full breath in here. Exhale, slowly release, lower it back down. Take your blocks out in front of you and heel toe your right foot to the center of your mat. Walk your left knee just outside your right heel. From here, just come to rest on the outside of your left thigh. Keeping your left knee bent, I'll turn this way so you can see me. Your left ankle is by your glute. Your right heel comes to the opposite glute with your knees to stack. Bring your hands out to a T and then bend your arms counterclockwise. Place them on your back or see if you can grab hold of opposite fingers as you find that stretch. Then from here, take a full breath in, find length in your spine. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can keep that opening in your chest as you lean forward without totally contracting and letting go. Option to stay right here, or maybe just focus more on that thigh stretch now as you walk your fingertips forward. And from here, you can loosen up the spine a little bit more and find a slight curve to the back if you'd like. You're welcome to hold this pose for as long as you need, but we'll continue to get moving. So walk your hands back towards your thighs. I'll turn this way as you are. Take your right foot and plant it back on the mat so you can come back to that lunge. Nice work. Plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. So now your entire right side is probably feeling really nice. Let's get the other side. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, reach your left leg up high. Exhale, bend your knee towards your nose and step your foot through between your hands. Lower your back knee down and untuck the toes. Coming back into that low lunge, grab hold of your blocks if you've got them. You can also use a stack of books as well. If you don't have blocks today, or you've got more of an opening in the legs, you can bring your hands to the mat as well. Take a full breath in. Find that alignment. Your knee stacked directly in line with the ankle, not going any bit further. Exhale, bend into your back knee. Straighten out your front leg. Flex your foot towards your face. Walk your blocks back so you can have them just beneath each shoulder. 2 more times like that. Inhale, roll forward, low lunge. Find that slight lift of the pelvic floor. Exhale, lean back, half split. 1 more round. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. We'll hold it here for a few moments. Find that nice squaring of the hips as you pull your left hip back slightly and your right hip forward. And as you inch a little bit more forward towards your thigh, see if you can find that fold from your hips. You're hinging from your hips rather than your spine. You don't want that bend, that hunch back of the spine. You want to keep your spine long, your gaze between your palms as you lean forward, folding from the hips. Flex your foot a little bit stronger. Find that nice stretch. If at all you're feeling tighter on this side, because I know left sides, at least for me, is never my best. So you can always keep a soft bend in that knee until you work your way to straighten it. Focus on your breath. You're welcome to take it a little bit deeper, maybe come down onto your forearms if you'd like, but definitely listen to your body. Just because I may be doing it this way or someone else may be doing it deeper, doesn't mean you have to do it that way too. So listen to your body. You never want to go too far. It's okay if there's a little bit of discomfort because these poses aren't easy, and that's okay. Nice work. Inhale, roll forward, low lunge. Exhale, take your blocks to the side for a moment. Heel toe your left foot all the way out to the outer edge of your mat and bring your hands to the inside of that thigh. From here, you can let your pelvis drop a little bit heavier. You can take your hands to the mat or to your blocks. Option to stay up high or come down onto your forearms, either on your blocks or on the mat. Even though we're in a little bit of a different lunge, a bit wider, you still want to keep that alignment between your knee and your ankle. Maybe start to sway a little side to side in the hips. Option to roll onto the outer edge of your left foot as you press your left knee away. Allow your right hip to drop heavy to the mat. Find a little bit more length in your spine with every breath. Nice work. Slowly walk it back in. From here, press up onto your hands. Lean your weight into your right palm, either on your block or on the mat. Keeping your left foot out on the outer edge, spiral open to the left as you bring your left hand back behind you. Option to stay right here or take that quad stretch today. You can keep it about with a spaced distance. If you're not quite able to reach it yet, that's okay. Everyone starts somewhere. I did too. I can show you the pictures to prove it. But from there, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, you can grab hold of the top of your foot as you spiral open a little bit deeper. Find that nice plugging motion of the belly towards the spine. Imagine you're zippering it up, wearing a corset to find that twist through your core a little bit deeper. Not only is this a stretch, but you're gonna feel your muscles working here as well. Keep a soft bend in that right elbow. One more full breath in. Exhale, slowly straighten it out. Take your hands to the side. Plant your palms and your blocks to the side. Nice work. Heel toe your left foot to the center and walk your back knee just outside your left heel. So I'm going to turn towards you here again so you can see me. Bring the outer edge of your right thigh down against the mat. Your left thigh stacks on top with your knees together. Your ankles just outside each hip. Option to grab hold of your blocks and walk them forward to get that stretch in the back of your left leg, or to get an arm stretch as well. Reach your arms to the side. This time go clockwise and take your left hand to your upper back, your right hand to meet up with it. You can keep them there or grab hold of the fingertips as you open up the chest. Try to keep that nice opening going as you start to lean forward, hinging from the hips always rather than bending at the spine. Try to continue that motion of pushing the air away with the top of your head. Imagine a string is pulling you up along, keeping that length going as you lean forward. Option to keep your arms going in that stretch, or maybe take it straight down and just focus on the legs now. Walk your fingertips forward, and now you can allow a little bit more of a curve to come to your spine. And with time, I promise you'll be able to sink deeper. Yoga is a practice. It's all about progress. Nice work. Continue to stretch here for as long as you need, but I'm going to get going just so I can show you the next few poses. Walk your hands back. I'll turn back towards the top of my mat. Take your left foot, plant it back into the mat, into that low lunge. Plant your palms and step back to downward facing dog. Nice work. Slowly lower your knees back down to the mat, coming into a tabletop position. Untuck your toes, keeping your knees just beneath each hip. Walk your hands back to come up to stand on top of your knees. We're going to kind of work out the back here. Inhale, reach up high. Really press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, swing open to the right. Send your right hand down to your right heel. Reach up and over with that left hand. Take it slow. Nice work. Inhale, reach back up through center. Exhale, left hand opens up to the left. Place it down on your heel. You can also place your blocks behind you as well. Reach your right hand up and over. Try to keep your abs engaged without fully letting go. Inhale, reach back up. Let's do that 2 more times each side. Exhale to the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the left. Even though we're working the back, it's so important to keep a tight core here. Nice work. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. This is your last round here. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the left. Inhale, reach through center. This time, tuck your toes behind you, keeping everything exactly where it is. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Swing your hands back behind you. Place them on your ankles. Press your hips forward. Send your gaze up high, or option to drop your gaze back behind you. Keep a soft bend in the elbows. Try to keep your shoulders slightly away from your ears as you press your hips forward. Open up the chest, breathing through the belly. You can also bring your hands to your lower back, or one to your lower back and one to your ankle if it's feeling intense. One more full breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips and slowly rise up to stand. Nice work. Open your knees wide. Sink your hips back onto your heels. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk your fingertips forward. Child's pose. Focus on those deep breaths. Sink a little bit deeper into your hips. Find more length in your spine as you reach with every breath. Nice work. Walk your elbows in close to one another. Bring your palms together in prayer. And then walk your elbows forward so that you can bring them a little bit closer together as you start to feel that nice stretch on the backs of the shoulders. Then sink a little bit deeper. with your chest dropping heavy towards the mat as you let your hands come above your head, kind of like a little shark fin. Option to stay right here, or maybe take it a little bit deeper. Walk your knees in so that they're just beneath each hip, and then keep your hips up high towards the ceiling. So walk your elbows forward, coming into puppy pose, then drop your chest towards the mat. Not only is this a little bit of a back bend and a chest opener, but you'll feel it a lot in your arms and shoulders too. Try to press the tops of your feet evenly into the mat. Shoot your hips up a little bit higher, sink a little deeper. Inhale, coming up onto your forearms, then press up onto your hands and knees into that tabletop position. Lean your weight into your left hand. Inhale, peel your right hand up high. Exhale, cross your right arm underneath your left. Come to rest onto your right ear. Option to keep your left hand planted into the mat, or you can stretch it out long in front of you, or you can even swing it back behind you and place it on the inside of your right thigh. Feel that nice twist, opening through the chest. Send your shoulders back. One more full breath in. Exhale, slowly unwind, plant your left palm. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, place it back down, nice work. Shift your weight to your right hand. Inhale, reach with your left. Exhale, cross left hand underneath your right. Come to rest on your left shoulder. Option to keep your right hand nailed into the mat, or stretch it out long and above your head. Or swing it back around to hook onto the inner thigh of your left leg. Allow your chest to spiral open even more. One more full cycle of breath. And on your exhale, unwind. Plant your right hand into the mat. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, place it back down. Bring your knees together. Slowly walk your fingertips back, coming into hero pose. Sit up nice and tall. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch your arms out long behind you as you pull your hands down by your glutes to open up your chest. From here, start to roll out the neck, going over to one side and over to the other. Take it really slow. You'll feel this a little bit deeper since we've got that arm stretch going. So be nice and gentle, nothing too fast. Then go the opposite direction with that circle whenever you're ready. Come back up through center, keeping your hands interlaced where they are. Stretch your arms out long and slowly bring your forehead to the mat as you reach your hands up high above you. Try to keep your hips glued to your heels. Reach a little bit higher. One more full breath in. Exhale, use your hands to lean you back up tall. Nice work. Slowly release the hands. Shake out the shoulders. Do a little dance. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Extend your legs out long. Option to grab hold of your blocks here as well, so I'm going to do that. Flex your feet. Sit up really high on your sit bones. Find a long spine. Inhale, reach up high. Imagine that string pulling you up. Exhale, place your hands down on your blocks. Hinge forward at the hips as you fold forward. Try to keep that nice opening of the chest, a nice long spine as you hinge at the hips. And then when you feel like you can let go of your blocks, it's okay if there's a little bit of a curve to the back, but try to hinge from the hips, keeping that length going the entire time as you fold forward. Inhale, slowly walk your fingertips back. Bend your knees in towards your chest. Bring the soles of your feet to touch and open your knees wide. Coming back into that butterfly shape. I'm going to inch away from the wall a little bit because I'm a bit close there. Nice work. You can bring your blocks beneath your knees if that feels right for you. Or you can let them fall open to the side. Then when you feel solid in that shape, slowly walk your fingertips back so you can come to lie down flat on your back. Option to bring your hands to your thighs to help weigh them down, getting that stretch a little bit deeper. Or you can bring them to your belly to feel the rise and fall of your breath. Allow your knees to sink heavy towards the mat. Try to relax the muscles of your face. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you need. But if you're ready to continue to move, bring your knees together, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock a little side to side, feel that massage on the lower back. Stretch your arms between your knees, flex your feet, grab hold of the outer edges of your feet as you pull your knees down towards your shoulders. Coming into happy baby pose. So from here, try to root your tailbone really heavy into the mat. That's where you'll feel that stretch in your hips a lot deeper, especially as you flex your feet to find that resistance to pull them down. Maybe sway a little side to side. You're also welcome to straighten out one leg and then the other. Drawing little lines across the sky with your heel. Hug your knees towards your chest. Extend your left leg out long. Cross your right knee over to the left side. Bring your hands out to a T as you roll onto that left hip. Option to take the twist a little bit further by sending your gaze over your right shoulder. If you have any lower back pain, you can keep both knees bent and stacked to the side. But if you'd like to find a little bit more ability, more of a stretch through your spine, I invite you to keep one straight and one bent. Take another full breath in. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest and we'll switch sides. Extend your right leg out long, cross your left knee over to the right. Roll onto the outer edge of that right hip and then bring your hands out to that T. You can take your right hand and bring it to the outside of your left thigh to help hug it down towards the mat if it's kind of hovering. And if it is hovering, you can also place a block beneath it so it's given some support, so it's not having to hold up on its own. Maybe take your gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe a little deeper. One more inhale. Exhale, hug your knees back in towards your chest. Bring your hands behind your thighs, slowly rock forward and back a few times until you make your way up to a cross-legged seat. Bring your hands together at your heart and close down your eyes. Take these final few moments to express gratitude for your amazing body, for the progress that you make with it every day, and for all that it continues to do for you. Working 25 hours on the clock to keep you going. Let's take one more cycle of breath together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, sigh it all out the mouth. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me on that one. It was maybe a little bit longer than 30 minutes, but that's okay. The more you hold those poses for longer, the more your muscles can really loosen and open up. And the more you practice this class, the more you'll be able to find that flexibility. So I hope this was a little bit knowledgeable in helping you learn how to build flexibility. And I hope that it simply felt really good for you, not only physically, but mentally. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this one, please subscribe to my channel for more. They're free, high quality yoga videos for everybody. Definitely like this video if you enjoyed it and share it with anyone who you think would enjoy it. And I'll be back with more soon. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye.